I just directly open this. So first of all, this is a login form. So it is a new activity here. So you can put your username and your password, and you can say your password. Or if you do not want to say your password, you can just click on this, and you can click on Remember Me as well. So if you click on this, after you sign in, you do not need to input your username and password again. And if you do not have an account, you can click here, no account yet, create one. And you need to input some information about yourself, like your first name, your surname, date of birth. So here I just like to type some things like I and date of birth. There's a date picker, so you can just pick one of date of your. Maybe you're born in 1995 in April 29. Let's just click OK, right? So address, and again you need to type some address. So if you do not input anything here and click on create account, so some errors will shown to you. For example, it says this field is required or something else. So, and also there's a spinner here, and you can select one of them. It's the provider of the energy, like HL is very famous in Australia. So, okay, since we already got a account, I will just use this 004, and the password is 1205. Okay, let's just sign in. So this fragment, we call it a fragment. So this fragment is the main fragment. I know it's a little bit ugly here because we have a smile face. So yeah, but this one actually is required in this assignment because it is represent that if you daily usage is much higher than the average level, so it will show a cry face instead of this. So here, just because we have no data in our database, so a smile face just appears here. And as you can see here, welcome Daniel. So Daniel is your first name. We just gain it from the database because you just input your username to log in. But here we need to retrieve your first name and display to you. And also the temperature here, we use a open source API, and I think this one is quite simple, and a lot of, nowadays a lot of applications just show the temperature here and also the time. So interesting things here, we have two buttons. So the first button, if you press on it, generally some things you can't see because in the background we have a generator. Then the generator will generate the random usage and first store it in the SQLite, so you can't see that. But when you post to DB, and you can see that in our database. But I won't show you my database here. So this button, if I press it, you can see nothing here. So well, I'm not going to show you this, but logout is logout. So that is, so we sign again. So let's go to the next part, is the map. Okay, so after time, so you can see in the map here I show 5 markers to you. These 5 markers is the users who has account in our database. So the red one means this guy just used too much energy here, so we will represent red marker, and the others just green. So it works very good. So Also, you can change it to daily usage. And now something is different here because this guy, its daily usage is up to 62. So this account is actually generated by our generator. So no one will use this too much energy here. So okay. Alright, the next part is the report. So in the report part, we need to select at least one graph in the left. So here, first one is the bar chart. So bar chart, we need to select a date. Like, okay, I'll just choose a date which we have some data in our database. So in 9th March, I have some data in it. So we press OK. As you can see here, the daily usage is shown to you, and some percentage is also shown here. It's just like your application, your air condition in that day is this percentage, and your washing is this percentage, and your fridge is this percentage. So it is quite clear to you. Alright, and let's go to bar chart. So bar chart actually is the same thing. So you can say your hourly usage during the 27th of April. And here's some data here. And also you can change to daily. So you may say this toolbar is distinct from the others. Just because in our database, these 2 days I have 24 records, but the others just less records than this 2. Alright, so the last part, which is my favorite part. Alright, as you can see, this one is actually a line chart here. So we have 2 colors, one is blue and one is red. So the blue one just represents the temperature. So as you can see, our R is from 0 to 23. It's represent a whole day. So when temperature goes much higher in this trend, so your usage trend also climbs up, right? So maybe you just open your air conditions or some other things, I don't know. And when temperature goes down, and it's the same trend of your usage. And also we can choose to daily, and the daily report is also shown to you. Alright, so I think that's all. So thanks for watching.